Hello everybody, MalcolmCooks Gravity Falls here, also on Sketchman Creations, and today we're looking at some more of my maps that never saw the light of day, as I keep calling them. And today we start in Ganons Tower from Ocarina of Time, Zelda Ocarina of Time. It is a very incomplete recreation of Ganons Tower. Just the lobby at the bottom. It's all great that will lead out to the rest of the castle. Some very impressive spiral stairs that aren't actually spiral. Got these nice torches. It's like, hold on, that's the wrong thing. Nice brush torches. This metal girder I've stretched all over the place. If I go out here, there's not really anything. It's this dark cylinder that just goes on for a while. What is there at the end? Just a wall. It's actually a cylinder. Because I have a cylinder cut into a cylinder, which is not something you should do in source maps with brushes. How tall is this, anyways? Wow, this is very tall. I never completed this though, so there's not really anything to look at. It's like yeah, that's the whole map right there. Will I revisit this idea sometime? I don't know. Maybe if I have spare time. Now this right here is an interesting little test. As you can see here, we have Frisk, and we have presumably Gaster from Undertale. Now this is a little test trying to make an interactable Undertale playfield in Portal 2. Let's see if I can reactivate this. So let's see now, I've activated, so press left, Frisk turns left. And the auto sprite doesn't work right. Press right, Frisk turns right. Press down, Frisk walks down. Press up. Nothing happens when you press up. But he does actually reset proper from going downwards. Just switches something. Yeah, it's rather broken and not workable. And sadly, you can't approach Gaster. This is how it is. This never went really far. Now this map is certifiably old days. Because back in my earlier days, it is my attempt at making a sort of facsimile of the Counter-Strike Office map, but for Portal 2, in the vein of it being a Gmod map. You can tell I didn't really know how things worked. It's very vaguely an office. If I go here, you can see how it's incredibly bare bones. There's like nothing in here. And this right here is just the void. There's nothing there. It's a very impressive office divider. However, there is another version of this map. That has developed slightly further. As you can already see, there's more rooms in the middle. If I go in here, it's actually furnished. And of course we start with desk 427, because why wouldn't we? It's very bland and soulless office, though. It's like, wouldn't like to work here. Maybe it's like Gladys trying to remake offices without humans. That's what this is like. It's like, it looks like it could be an office, but it's very lifeless. It's like very manufactured. Also, this goes on for a lot farther. Yes, I'm good at English. Is this anything? It's an empty wall block. Then you see the walls are 1 unit thick, which is not something you should do all that often, really. Now this map right here is a little bit of an interesting thing, and I'm going to walk away from those tubes for a second and talk about this. This is my own attempt at making a Portal 2 version of the Gravity Falls title sequence. It was back in its heyday when the show was still going on. I was quite fascinated by it. You can probably tell by the fact that I made a Mystery Shack map that I published for the Gmod Workshop. But there's another little endeavor I made towards that interest. You see we're in this interesting little cardboard set. I don't know what you call it. It's like a whole bunch of things spread around in this black void. And there's all these buttons around. Now, I'm going to start the sequence play it out as far as I made it. Sorry for the cut there. I was going to say something, but then I realized I didn't need to say it. So anyways, let's just play this out. As you can see here, the opening sequence with surface exit door, kind of like the overview of the water tower. Little block void for transitions, and passing by the trophy gallery. I made the sequence to sync up with a very specific remix of the Gravity Falls theme, but since I never finished it, well, it's not here. Anyways, it's Atlas and Peabody. Happy to see Wheatley. A little scene transition. I did have a specific Gravity Falls theme remix in mind that would pair with this little attempted sequence made just in Pro 2 Hammer, and I will link it in the description in case you're interested. It's by an individual named UnderpΩny on YouTube, where the O in pony is the omega symbol from the Greek alphabet, I think. This is all very cool, isn't it? This is a little character credit sequence with Atlas looking at the Paradox poster. He explodes. Peabody shrugging. And that's where the sequence ends, because I didn't build anything past that. So, that's a cool little sequence, I think. Kind of like a Pro 2 parody of the Gravity Falls intro. Like, right now I have it on my list of things to do to try out learning Source Filmmaker. So maybe someday I can remake this Redux in full, probably, maybe. See all those little areas. I ripped it straight from the actual Pro 2 map. This representation. Maybe someday I can properly learn SFM and animate as proper. Here's a turret at a computer like in the co-op campaign. Cheeky little test chamber. I like a little sequence there with the just ominous crusher hovering over them. Little test chamber. You can't stand on the button because there's an invisible prop dynamic in the way. And this, I ripped it straight from one of the co-op levels. You might recognize it, because I always thought the little button piston drop was cool. Here's the little outside segment. See, the outside walls are fake, it's just monitors. And of course there's a fire in the background because windows are not. Now there's the Peabody here where their box is. There's not even anything in them. I don't know what they were packing. And whoosh, there's Wheatley. Like a little magical camera turn. Outside. Inside. Outside. Inside. Also, this is a menu texture, so it renders on top of everything. A little bit annoying. I suppose Valve never intended people to use this texture this way. Now, I've always liked how the Wheatley Laboratories logo is clearly pasted on top of the regular Aperture Labs logo. You can see the faint aperture in the background. And then, where else? Up here? Up here. Oh yeah, there's more things I didn't use. Here's the Atlas title room. Here's the Peabody title room right across from it. This is supposed to be used for Wheatley's title sequence for Grunkle Stan's part. And I don't remember what this incinerator is supposed to be used for, but oh hello. It's Fact Core freaking out inside of an incinerator. I'll be honest, I don't remember at all what I was planning here. These are props, so I can't pick them up. The prop dynamic. Apparently I had a little more planned, but I have no idea what I was doing. It's been so long. Anyways, though, it was a fun little project to try at the time. As you can see, it's not aged well. Yeah, I think it's cool. Anyways, on to the next one.
Hello, and again, welcome to the Aperture Science Computer-Aided Enrichment Center.
Thank you, Ambient Generic Gladys. So, oh boy, Fulbright and no jaw void. Can I turn off the? Hold on. No, I can't turn. Wait, no, this isn't. This is actually not full bright. It's just very bright in here. That's what's going on. It's not actually full bright, because you walk up here, you can see shadows. Man, that's deceiving. Here's an attempt at an actually legitimate test chamber, but it's quite janky, as you can see, judging by this doorway. The frame is not right. Also that.
I call this first. What's going on? Who turned off the lights?
Pay your bills, Gladys.
You know what? It doesn't matter what it's called. Perfect. The door's malfunctioning. I guess somebody's going to have to repair that too. No, don't get up. I'll be right back. Don't touch anything.
Well, it wasn't that sequence of events. But yeah, this is one of those maps where you go behind the scenes, of course. Also, ignore the flickering on that ceiling texture. Valve just broke something with flashlights. Ignore that. So then, that door is broken, so we gotta go through this little side passage. Next test chamber this way. We're not going that way, though. Let's see. A little hallway, more flickering ceilings, ignore that. A little tube. This tube is supposed to be porting stuff through, but it's kind of gets broken. It all gets clogged up because they didn't make it properly. Let me just... Go more. There we go. That works enough, right? Come up here, it's an observation room. I don't know why this is roped off. Like, who would rope off this sad little observation room? So you can see where we just were, kind of. You turn off the flashlight. You're not normally able to turn off the flashlight. I just have the command bound to F. You know, like in Half-Life. Little behind the scenes map. Got a breaker to open this door. Test subject waiting area. This old aperture chamber door. Also insta levers.
Greetings, friend. I'm Cave Johnson, CEO of Aperture Science. You might know us as a vital participant in the 1968 Senate hearings on missing astronauts. And you've most likely used one of the many products we invented, but that other people have somehow managed to steal from us. Black Mesa can eat my bankrupt...
Sir, testing.
Right. Now you might be asking yourself, Cave, just how difficult are these tests? What was in that phone book of a contract I signed? Am I in danger? Let me answer those questions with a question. Who wants to make $60? Cash.
Now, wasn't that a transition? So as you can see, we're in a little weird old Aperture themed part of modern Aperture. A little Cave Johnson intro. And we're at a docking station that looks rather antiquated. So this little test subject expiry label they put on the relaxation vaults. Packed on February 3rd or March 2nd of 1976. It's probably month date. And expires on February 3rd, 1996. I'm fond of that year. Anyways, look at information on here. Let me just turn off the flashlight. Age, adult. Size, fat. Gender, female. Height, tall. I have the feeling that this label is supposed to reference Chell. It seems like it would fit her. You know, adult female gets frequently called fat, even though Chell's not really fat. In fact, it might Chell. Yeah, it's like I wouldn't really call Chell fat. It's all glass, it's exaggerations. Chell is doing quite well for herself, especially for being in stasis for as long as she has. Here's a look down this docking station. There's like nothing out here. Also, you can portal into the void, because for some reason, black textures can be portaled onto by default. There is a specific variant of the black tool texture that you can't portal on, but I didn't know about it back then. So I had to use other methods whenever I had to block it out. Anyways, I think it's also nifty. You can actually enter the relaxation vault. But the door you enter through is not actually that one, but you enter through like the closet space. There's no door on the outside. Yep, don't eat yourself into the pit, please. Little relaxation vault. Use the dark glass instead of the light one. That was nifty. Anyways, let's take a nap. Head to the next map. So, snore. Now this may surprise you, but a few times in my life I have actually used Source Engine to help with my school homework, making little dioramas in Hammer that I can present for projects. And this one right here... Oh, wait. Okay, I'll get to that in a second. And this right here is a little presentation based off of the Crucible. You know, the story, whatever it was. Or part of like English history class. So here's the gallows. Quite dark. The presentation lights. Here's a little sinister bedroom. With the missing wood texture again. I should have replaced that, but I haven't. I might do that later. Fireplace. Move over here. What is this? Here's a dinner scene. And actually, let me spawn a cube. Hold on the button for me. Take a look at this. See? There's a person stabbed on the ground right here. And there's a little doll on the table. It's also been stabbed. I think it's something from the Crucible, but I don't remember everything. Now, that homework assignment was quite a long time ago. So open wardrobe. Poor old Bendy. Interesting floor. Got this chair in the foreground. It's a physics prop. There's a physics brush. And over here, it's a courtroom. Yeah, I can't really tell you a whole lot about this because I don't remember a lot of anything that happens in the Crucible. Because you can see it's a very cardboard set because the judge stand is not real. Yeah, I made this for like an English class assignment. It's based on the Crucible, just these 4 set pieces and nice little screenshots. You know, it's something. It's very basic in early days, but it gets the job done. Anyways, though, that was not the first. It's not the only homework assignment that I used Source for.
Hello?
Hi.
Okay, here's a good idea. You should definitely press that button.
Sure, well, Wheatley. Now, this little map was made for an art assignment in a more recent year. So, do I press this button? I think I do. A little diorama set, turn on the skylights, and then assemble the walls.
Oh, brilliant! That's brilliant!
And as you can see, it's a recreation of the church from that one Van Gogh painting. It's made out of little aperture panels. I think it's nifty. I think the teacher liked it as well. See the painting on the left and the actual church on the right. I think it's a little nifty little thing I did. I'm gonna drink and take a shot every time I say nifty. Yeah, I remember liking doing this. And then there's this little area. This little comfy office that I made for myself. And in the actual final picture, I added a waterfall spring into the background outside the window. It's a cozy little office, though. I've actually also remade into a proper Gmod map in more recent times. Here's an ancient picture I made a long time ago, The Last Supper with Portal 2 characters. It's on my DeviantArt. You can find it. Portal gun chair I sit in. Look at that was Vista. That's a little paradise I made. Also a nice little brush mouse. Also, I don't know what the heck would be projected on a screen way up there. You get neck problems watching that. I think it's nifty. And in the last map for this video, here's a little attempt of me trying to outsmart the need to use Source Filmmaker by using Hammer. It attempted to call this Hammer Scene Maker. And right here we have And time to Doctor Who intro. However, though, I didn't really make much of it. Still, though, look, there is Wheatley's TARDIS, the original build. Isn't that nifty? And also, if you pause... Oh, you pause to get the console out of the way. It kind of looks nifty behind the pause screen blur. Anyways, though, I think I'll call it there for that video. So, my name is Ganons, also Seven Creations, and next time we'll look at some more of these little extra maps you've never seen before. Thank you for watching. Hope to see you next time.